Okay, here we go. So, the Medicare Bridge Program rolled out on July 1st. And I have to be honest, I thought there was going to be a big brouhaha in the media, and there'll be all these news stories about how there was this new program. I have to say, the rollout was super underwhelming. A lot of them focused on the negatives, and they would say, but there's a catch. A lot of the programs brought up this catch that you might have to take these drugs for the rest of your life. I guess if you got on this Medicare Bridge Program. So if that's a catch, like they're saying, you can get on this program that's going to give you these drugs that cost $400, $500 a month for $50 a month. But, you might not want to get on them because you might have to take them the rest of your life. And the thing about it as a senior is it's not like we're going to live forever. I mean, what are we talking about here? 20, 30 years tops? And nobody seems to care that I'm taking other medications I may need to take for the rest of my life. I mean, nobody says, oh, here are these blood pressure pills. You might have to take them for the rest of your life. Well, yeah, I'm happy to take them because they're saving my life in the same way that these GLP-1s may save a lot of people's lives. Obesity kills people. It's a disease. But there is this issue in general about people judging you for using GLP-1s. And one of the things that was interesting is after I decided to go on this weight loss program, I posted about it on my personal Facebook page. And I had 3 people message me privately to say they had been on the GLP-1s, in one case for like 3 years. And that person had lost somewhere around 160 pounds. And I'm like, and I realized that not everybody is going to go on a weight loss program and decide to start a YouTube channel. Okay. And people have a right to keep their medical information private. And it's not like, if you go on a GLP-1, you need to send Sandy a memo, let her know what you're doing. But it was interesting because one of the things that happened when I started the YouTube channel, I have had a lot of really nice comments on my channel. I am shocked how many people have taken the time to watch one of my videos and send me a comment. And with the exception of one, which is one I got right at the beginning, they've all been super nice. But I got a comment on one of the very first videos that I posted, and it was like, you should not be going on these drugs, and here's all the reasons you shouldn't, and this is just a terrible, terrible thing. It was a super long comment. And I thought, who would take the time to write all this out? And of course, I Googled, what do you do with negative comments on YouTube? And it said, delete the comment and block the user from commenting again. And I did that because you know what? I do not have time to argue with people. Like, if you don't like what I'm doing, that's great. But you don't have to tell me that I'm wrong. And you know what? If you're compelled to tell me that I'm wrong, I'm not going to listen to you. If you see news stories about GLP-1s, it's not unusual to have a bunch of comments in there like, you just need to eat less, and you need to put down the fork, and you need to go to the gym more, and you need to have more discipline. And I'm like, why are people so judgmental? If obesity is a disease, why are you blaming me for having it? I don't have to explain to anybody who's overweight what it's like to be judged for being fat. I could talk for hours about the things that have happened in my life, including situations where I was hired by some person in an organization, and when somebody higher up in the organization realized that I was fat, rescinded the offer. I've had that happen twice. So, prejudice against fat people is real. But so you're going to be prejudiced against me for being fat, but then you're also going to judge me for taking GLP-1s and trying to lose weight. So on behalf of all seniors, thank you for your concern that you're worried I might have to be on weight loss drugs for the rest of my life. But let me assure you, I'm not going to live forever. And I'm willing to take the chance because being obese is so limiting. And if you've never been overweight, you won't understand that. Not to be able to fit into an airplane seat, to lose your breath trying to walk in the park with your grandkids, I hate restaurants with small chairs. That's one of my pet peeves, trying to fit in a chair at a restaurant. This is a big deal. And we should be celebrating the fact that this Medicare program has rolled out. Of course, not everyone is going to want to go on weight loss drugs. And that's kind of the point. Everybody should be free to make their own decisions about their own health. But I just want to say again, for the record, I am not a bad person because I am fat. And at 67 years old, I am not going to worry about what other people may comment on the internet, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or some other forum. And quite frankly, if you're one of those people who feel compelled to comment about other people taking weight loss drugs, especially seniors on GLP-1s, well, you know where you can take your judgment and put it. Have you ever had somebody make negative comments to you, whether it's in person, in real life, or on your social media about the fact that you are on weight loss drugs or that you might be thinking about going on weight loss drugs? How did you handle it? There's probably some broader issues here about how women are judged and how seniors are judged. But, you know, all we can do is deal with our own selves and do the best we can. So, see you later.